Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with, I think, the latest. Well, it's volume 8. Yeah, I believe it is. In Mark Weiner's projected series of the complete piano music of Alkan, which is supposed to run to about 18 discs. Who knew there was that much? There's a lot more than we think there is. And one of the things that's fascinating about doing a deep dive into the music of this most interesting of composers is that there's just a much wider range than we think. You know, Alkan is known for his monster virtuoso pieces like the Concerto for Solo Piano or Aesop's Feast or things like that. But there's really a lot more. There are wonderful miniatures, delicious, interesting little character pieces and vignettes, and a bunch of them are on this volume: Nocturnes, Impromptus, and Zorcicos. What is a Zorcico? A Zorcico is a Spanish dance in 5 rhythm, 5/4 usually. And Alkan was fascinated by that rhythm well before most other people got into it. He may have learned something about this from Reicha, who also, at the Paris Conservatoire, also had a fascination with rhythms of 5. You know, there's that wonderful overture in 5/8 time by Reicha and a bunch of other things too. Really, really interesting. And so are these. So what do we get here? Some things that you're probably not used to. First, his premiere nocturne, opus 22, which is lovely and interesting. And then we've got the Premiere Recueil d'Impromptus, the first collection of impromptus. And these are very, very short, charming works, except for the last one, which is marked Faith, Le Foi, which is alternately sort of chorale-like and exotic. It's very strange. But they're named Vaghezza, L'Amitié, friendship, right? Fantasietta alla Moresca, a little Orientalist bit of exoticism, and then Faith, which is really a strange selection of pieces. Then we've got the second and third nocturnes, opus 57. The second of these, or the third nocturne, let's put it that way, is one of the very, very rare cases of a fast nocturne. It's marked Très Vif, which is sort of unusual for a nocturne, and unusual it certainly is. Then we've got, this is really interesting, airs à 5 temps et une à 7 temps. So you've got songs, arias, in 5 time, plus 1 in 7 time, which is even more weird than the ones in 5 time. This is, and it's also sort of subtitled the second collection of impromptus, opus 32, number 2. The other one was opus 32, number 1. So these are most interesting and unusual pieces. They're not crazy virtuosic. They're just rhythmically different and distinctive, because Alkan could be distinctive without having to be, bravura all the time. Then we have the fourth nocturne, which is marked Le Grillon, the cricket. And it does do crickety things in the right hand at the top of the keyboard, going cricket, cricket, cricket. It's very adorable. It's a darling little cricket. The cricket has the last word. And then there's a piece simply marked Impromptu, and a very, very strange, get this, Réconciliation, Petite caprice mi-partie en forme de Zorcico ou air de danse basque à 5 temps, opus 42. And it's 6 minutes, it's 7 minutes, it's a long work. And it's in 5, and it's lovely. It's a wonderful piece. Then next there is an actual Zorcico, which is also 5 minutes long, a big piece in 5. And last but not least, Un Fusée, Introduction and Impromptu, opus 55. A fusée is like a explosion, a conflagration, a thing, an eruption. I think maybe that's the word. Anyway, it's all something like that, and it wraps the thing up with 7 minutes of, there's some bravura in there. This is such different and interesting music. And Mark Weiner plays it really, really well. and contributes excellent liner notes, and he's extremely well recorded on piano classics. I can't wait till the box comes. In the meantime, we can get these individually, and they're extremely enjoyable and very intelligent and definitely a discovery. If you're into Chopin and Liszt and the great romantic piano schools, you got to hear this stuff. You do. It's remarkable. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.